2 years ago, I didn't really care about the union. I was just paying my union dues, and we never went to the meetings. We never was told that, we should be making more in the city of Chicago or what have you.
There was not a vision on how to move forward. The members were strong union people. There's a strong tradition of unionism in Chicago, but our members didn't feel it.
We really didn't know that much about the union. We didn't know, and they didn't tell us. We didn't know the power that we had.
What we did was we made a series of leaflets profiling our members.
This is when we first really getting started. And no one was really ready to get on our bandwagon yet. Because we had to get the committee together to get them to discuss how we was going to do this here. And then we had to get the word out to the people.
We did that in December, and we did it in January, and we did it in February, and it was a mild Chicago winter, but it was nasty weather, so people got bundled up and they came out.
People came out in this cold, didn't realize at the same time we was gonna have fun doing it.
One of our members stuck one of those leaflets under the windshield of a Fox TV News mobile van. And that led to a really great news story.
Local hotel employees and restaurant employees union reports a vast difference in pay scales for hotel workers in Chicago versus New York.
That really began to crystallize the issues of the 2002 contract struggle, because workers now had a base on which to work on what probably was the single biggest issue, which was wages.
It showed us on a scale that Chicago should be, if not in front of New York, middle ways of New York, we was at the bottom of the scale. So it just changed me right then and there. Like, I'm gonna do something about this.
Everybody at the hotel, we was telling them to put on their buttons. I love New York's pay. Everybody was buttoning up, putting these here pins on. We was driving management crazy with these here buttons. The whole thing was to get everybody excited about it and to get them to come out to this here meeting we was having.
When we walk to the bargaining table, we're going to be proposing the New York City hotel wage scale.
That first big membership meeting, I think we got a very spectacular crowd. And we know that this new union is like a born-again union.
Especially some of the people who've been in the hotels for like 17 or 18 years, and they were tired.
The mayor has this program called We're Glad You're Here program. But if it wasn't for us, people wouldn't come here to Chicago. The hotel workers make Chicago. We clean the beds, we empty the garbage out, we do everything.
We had run a whole campaign called Hungry for Justice, which was a community outreach program to have people raise food for Chicago hotel workers.
Chicago's union hotel workers have opened a warehouse and started stocking it with food and other supplies in case of a walkout.
Estamos ya preparados para irnos a la huelga si es necesario para lograr un mejor contrato.
Hungry for Justice gave us a vehicle for going out and talking to the community further. People went to churches. There were 33 members of the city council who had Hungry for Justice boxes in their ward offices. Going into the negotiations, I think a significant step for the workers. They had never had a rank and file committee of workers involved in negotiations in the city before.
It was like, whoa, we seen 60 workers, not getting paid, on their own time, sitting down, ready to do work. And it was funny because they didn't take us serious.
It's like They didn't even want us there. I mean, they just as much said so. They did not want to, discuss with us. And we was like, well, I'm sorry. You have to deal with us this time.
Yo me sentí nerviosa porque es algo muy serio. Es algo, imagínate, éramos 7,000 empleados de todos los hoteles de la ciudad. Entonces, podemos afectar la ciudad.
But there was no question in my mind that we were going to achieve a significant victory. What I did not know, and there's no way of knowing this, is whether or not it was going to take a strike to achieve it.
The hotel was a buzz. I mean, everybody, yeah, you're going to be there, you're going to be there, Linda, we're going to be there, we're going to be there. I said, okay, I'll see, because I still didn't believe everybody was going to come out.
Yo me sentía, hasta quería llorar, ver a toda la gente. Todos estábamos juntos luchando porque lo que queríamos.
We filled that place up. We rocked. All the negotiation team was there. It was awesome.
Era bastante gente y todos bailando, gritando y como si estuviéramos de fiesta.
Everything that we had built up to, it was that day. And it was like, oh, finally, we get to vote, and we know.
The total for our new contract for justice, better wages, better health care, better working conditions is $3,952.
We had committee people in the housekeeping department, the first shift, second shift, third shift. We had committee people in the stewarding department. Well, we had the banquet housemen and the banquets. We also had the ones in the kitchen, in the restaurants, and you'd be amazed at what you can accomplish. But without a committee, you can never do it.
We're fired up. We're going to continue to be fired up. We built this, what you call this train, and we just drove it through the city of Chicago.
I said, we have got to show management just how strong we are. I said, in order to show management how strong we are, you all have got to come to the march. They talking about, well, Linda Dagg, how far we got to walk? Look, you on the floors walking 8 hours a day. I say, if you got tired doing that, think about it. You're doing something to help you.
We went down together, we all waited, we went down as a unit, and suddenly there were like 4,000 people there, and it was crazy.
Cuando llegué a avisar a la gente, a todas mis compañeras que ya los estaba esperando para irnos, subieron por las escaleras corriendo porque no querían perder la marcha.
You couldn't see the end of the march. I'm short, so I really couldn't see the end of the march. But we had all the tall people go out. Look, where's the end? A few days before the deadline, the management gave what they described as their final offer.
The International Manufacturing Technology Show is expected to draw more than 120,000 conventioneers, but they could be at the mercy of 7,000 hotel workers who are ready to walk off the job at midnight on Saturday. Today, the hotel manager said they cannot do any better than what they proposed to the workers' union this afternoon.
Their last one was just a slap in the face, and they just walked in, put it on the table, say, this is it, take it or leave it.
No era suficiente, era todos sus cambios que ellos están acostumbrados de darnos, su change, era todo eso. Entonces, nosotros dijimos no, nosotros de un principio le dijimos que ya no queríamos cambios, queríamos dinero de verdad.
First on Fox Tonight, the stage is being set for a strike in Chicago by hundreds of hotel employees.
Thousands of hotel workers are saying no to this contract deal.
It was overwhelming. It was 50-5 in favor of rejecting the management offer that was on the table. Management had called that their final and best offer. It appears now that it is almost inevitable that we're going to have a strike tomorrow night.
Preparations are underway. About 3,000 signs, log boxes, and coolers on standby for the midnight hour.
I got a call from the governor. He said, could you come to my office and meet? And I said, okay, Governor.
If it had not been for the governor's calling us into his office, in my opinion, there would have been a strike. For two reasons. One, the industry was not doing a particularly good job of negotiating, didn't know how to negotiate, even if they had more to give. And two, our members were so angry and feeling so much power at this point that they might not have listened.
This train was full of 7,000 workers, and we can either derail it or we can drive it through the city of Chicago.
Both sides were negotiating until about 1:30 this morning, then they went home. The union says if those talks do break down, they are ready to bring out the picket signs.
We're going to win this fight for ourselves, for the next generation of workers, so they can have the respect and the dignity that we have on the workplace too. CSEC Credit, Local 1 and Local 450.
We was in that room fighting from, we thought it was going to be over at 8 o'clock, we thought it was going to be over at 10 o'clock, we thought it was going to be over at 1. It didn't get over until 2 a.m. in the morning.
We got something for the banquets. We got something for everybody in your health care. You better believe you couldn't get no better.
This was a team effort. I mean, you guys were a part of the team. Thanks very much. I enjoyed helping you.
All those in favor of recommending it, raise your hand.
The Hotel Workers Negotiating Committee voted 57-1 to accept the new 4-year contract. Union leaders say it is the best and biggest deal of its kind they've ever negotiated.
This struggle will be remembered as one of the great struggles on behalf of working people in this city.
We broke history, 11% raise.
That entirely changed our life. Everything, from the insurance down to the money.
It was a combination of joy and relief. And I guess it was also a little bit of cockiness, because it was like, hello, we own the building.
Yo antes miraba a mis managers, me sentía como cohibida y ahora los veo con mi cara en alto, mi frente en alto. Esa es la victoria más grande que yo he ganado, no el dinero, es eso, aprender. Big boss man.
And you hear me when I call. We got a phenomenal contract. Now let's prove that we are the union that we said we were in demonstrating and pounding. We're not like a sprinter. We don't do it for just 100 yards. We have to do it for the long run.
Our struggle doesn't end because the contract is over, signed. No, it's not. It doesn't end yet. We are still continuing.
We know now what we can do. And we're going to keep on doing it just that way.
Yeah, you got me working, boss man. I'm working around the clock. But I got to get a drink of water now before I drop. Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? All right. You know you ain't so big. You just talk, that's all.
We're willing to work, we want to work, we're ready to work, our spirit is uplifted, but we just want to be treated fairly.
Soltera de 3 hijos, Juan, Alejandro y Esmeralda Valdés. Salí a huelga porque me quitaron mis beneficios. Estoy luchando por tener igualdad y tener mejores beneficios para mis hijos.
In the winter time I'm here. In the summertime I'm still here. It's just unbelievable. After work here all these years, we are not asking for the whole pie. Just give us a little crumbs, make we survive. We are the little people. Is not only important for the Congress strikers. This strike is very important for the hotel workers of the city of Chicago. We are not only fighting this fight for the Congress strikers, we are fighting for the rest of the hotel workers in the city of Chicago. It's very important. This strike is very important.
Thank God we're still here, you know. We're still hanging in here. And we're gonna keep on hanging in till it's over. We're gonna win. We're not gonna give up. We're not going to give up, I'm telling you. We're not going to give up.